said it wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please have me down. When I was young, it's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, here's Quinshawn Judkins. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 1. They go play action with Mayfield. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face third and a yard. We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick fourth down.
No gain on the play.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Back to throw. Jackson. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Browns have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Point after, coming up here. He gets it to go. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. The second down throw is incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now a hit. He lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point is good. And the Ravens are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll try the left side with Judkins. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down.
Now second and 6.
Here's a second and 6. On play action, Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Watch.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's taken in, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Kings! 180, done!
On fourth down, Mayfield. He's got it at about the 8, and they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance, and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
On second down, Baker. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Third and goal.
Second. 20.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Terrence Ferguson. Touchdown, Cleveland. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good, and the Browns are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Go.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Grant Delpit. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Second down, they need 3.
Good. My time.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
On the coverage.
So I actually think this is one of those where he was a little bit too unselfish. He's trying to fit that ball in a tight window and maintain his ability as a passer. And I think if he turns himself into a runner and activates his legs, he probably picks up that first down if he calls his own number.
My time.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Down inside the 10. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football as they go to work on first and goal. Mayfield to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Leads to second and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal.
Stop.
Judkins. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20. Start on the ground. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That is left side and caught by Flowers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jackson. A short one there to Bellinger. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It's a big one for the Ravens. 33 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. 2nd down. Jackson moving outside the pocket. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
But while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. Once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are back within a point. It's 14-13.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This returnable with Reed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now give on the ground, and he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Tackle there by Michael Hall.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Talk things over before 3rd down. We'll try to get this one on the ground.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens are going to move out in front.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
At their own 26-yard line.
What's up?
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That's right side. He's got Ferguson. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. From the gun, it's Mayfield. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 29.
They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
What's up?
Here's Mayfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Misconnect trying to get it to Quinshawn Judkins out of the backfield. It's 2nd down.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, 180! What's that?
Mayfield. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's 4th down.
So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Browns get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A run now on 2nd down. Inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
The kicker on.
Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable with Reed. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. It's a Browns 1st down. Baker to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Done.
Throwing is Baker. The throw on the run is complete, and the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9.
Set up, left. 1-8. Watch out.
Now Mayfield. The open man is Reed. He's got it. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and it's certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Watch out.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Now Baker keeping it on the zone read. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
He was brought down by...
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
180.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one is caught by Reed. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far, they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
This defense backs up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
First and goal.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
180! Start!
They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, here's Jackson. Forced out wide. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Up the middle they go. Finding room across midfield. Score again! Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
The PAT up and good. And the Ravens will open up a 6-point lead.
24.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This returnable with Reed. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
On 1st down is Mayfield. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
46-yard line. A 6 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
2-yard line.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
Forced to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a 3rd interception, and kind of just throws this one away.
He'll spot the Fuller Longhorn, Gunnar Helm. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll give it here to Judkins. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal. He's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the fourth quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up 1st down.
This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is 1st down and goal. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
2nd down throw from Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Now for the point after. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out wide. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback. They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So Well, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Oh, we're ready. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Now it's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Finding space inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
180! Hurry! Point it right, point it right, point it right.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long.
180! Hurry, hurry! Hey, alert 33! Run, run, run. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. It's a sack, but penalty markers on the field. Let's see what the call is. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, Judkins. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
That's good.
A big one here in the 4th quarter. And even 30 yards. From the 1-yard line. 1st down and goal.
What's up?
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
What's that?
They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll try and run with Judkins. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Mayfield to throw. And he will get into the end zone. So how do you like that? 2 points and now a 2-score advantage as the lead is not. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a hit.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Good. 180. What's up?
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Browns. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.